Today is July 13th, 2016, back with some updates as well as rundown of today's watch list. So got a couple things to go over today. First, just going to touch on promotions as well as an update. So we did just today release StocksToTrade 2.1. Not a whole lot of sexy stuff here, but just a lot of stability and usability things. We've lightened up the resource utilization, lightened up the bandwidth utilization, improved stability. Just a lot of really good things that have improved kind of more under the hood type stuff, but it's made it a more robust platform. So check out StocksToTrade.com/blog for the full release notes. We've got everything right there. If you do need to update, just go to your gear and go to update, but it should prompt you whenever you launch to update to the latest version. And then on that note, if you've been maybe kind of been on the fence of getting ready to jump in to StocksToTrade, because of waiting for it to mature a little bit, we've made big leaps and bounds with this release. This would be an ideal time to take advantage of the annual sale. Go to StocksToTrade.com/savings, save 35%. Now again, keep in mind you do not have to sign up for the yearly. We're just running this twice yearly promotion. Again, probably going to be 6 months. Maybe we never run it again, but when we do these annuals, it's only going to be a couple times a year, so it's a great way to save, $700 on what we think is a great product. So check out those two links, the blog as well as StocksToTrade.com/savings. So going to run through today's watch list, and a little old school, but it's kind of easier for me just to print it. But LEDS, the idea on that was big recent runner, earnings are ugly, solid potential for multi-day fade, looking to short sell into pops. So, huge run up from, $1.90 to $11 and kind of fading, volume fading, momentum. Earnings are out. It gapped down very solid. Gapped down a buck plus. So then in situations like that, you never want to chase because when the earnings come out and you'll get shorts that pile in and get squeezed. So what you want to do is look to short pops, and you got it really with this. Any pop over 7, I think, would have been a strong entry. It topped out at 730. Now, never really cracked today, but I think this is, again, had it on the watch list as a swing short, multi-day short. I did not expect, to see this totally cracked today, but I think that there's a very good potential this for a multi-day fade back to 5 or below. It could really get ugly because there's really no reason for anybody to buy this anymore. SSTK Shutterstock, we featured this the other day at I think 51 when the news came across that they'd inked a deal with Google. Big rip yesterday. Held its gains today. This is a solid hold. There's a good chance for, this thing to run to potentially all-time highs. There's really, today was very positive, though it didn't move a ton. 2% isn't bad, not the kind of move we look for. Usually we try and get bigger moves, but held its gains, finished close to the high of the day. I think this is a solid hold. MOMO, we'd kind of picked this last week. Great play, but it's maybe coming to the end of its run. We saw it. I've still got my line here from last week when it broke 10, got a rip into 13 plus, and now it's starting to fade. I'd had this as a hold on the watch list, but today was pretty weak. I would be very cautious holding this. And if anything, if it can crack that kind of $12 level, may even look to potentially flip bias and look short. But after today, I would not hold this any longer. And without some sort of catalyst, it's no longer a buy. EXAS, pretty well nailed. Need patience. Stock is up on suspected buyout rumors. but do not look to short the front side. Once this rips and squeezes out early shorts, great potential for a quick midday pullback. We got that today. I mean, it gapped up over 14 and then straight down all day. And once it, especially we're back at that whole dollar amount we talk a lot about in StocksToTrade Pro. If this cracks 13 and there's no news, this could really pull hard. But pretty exciting that it played out exactly as we planned in the pre-market watch list. And then DGLY, the idea was there to buy anything. Well, let me read the watch list. Watch at 6 and 650, and then keep an eye out for news. If and when body cam related news heats up, this could run. You got that break over 6, but that's why I'd mentioned setting another one at 650, because in my opinion, getting over 6 is just not strong enough. And, it's a double-edged sword. Thankfully, there were no police or security-related news today. So, I mean, it's one of those things you hate to hope for that kind of news. But if you're playing these sort of stocks, that is the kind of moves that will drive them. As far as I know, there was none of that news. We never got a strong move. So really, there was no play in this today. I mean, I know a lot of guys were buying it, but in my opinion, they're just, until it broke 650 with news, it's not worth trading. So overall, the watch list was pretty solid. Really, 4 out of 5 winners, and 1 was just kind of a no trade. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And again, make sure you update. There's no reason not to. The new version is much better. And check out the sale if you're considering looking at saving for an annual plan. Thanks a lot, guys.